Here's a sketch of a triangle. It is not drawn to scale. What this means is that when it's not drawn to scale, is that when you actually draw it to scale, it might not look like that. It might be slightly distorted. So this angle here, if we measured it, might not actually be 72 degrees. But what we've got to do is draw the full size triangle accurately below using these measurements. Use a protractor, which is an angle measurer, and a ruler. So I've got my equipment at the side here. One line is being drawn for you. So let's scroll down and see what we're dealing with. Well, we've already got the 10 centimeter line. Now, to prevent me from having to keep scrolling up to check the picture, I'm going to draw a quick sketch of this just here so that then I can scroll down and forget about having to scroll up again. So we've got 7 centimeters up the side, we need 72 degrees in there, and we need 10 centimeters across the bottom. This line here we have no information about, so hopefully we're going to get that line for free. So let's scroll down now and see what we're dealing with. So we have already got the 10 centimeter line here, so we can tick that line off. Okay, now we've got no information about this line here, so we're going to have to do that last. As long as we do the 72 degrees accurately and the 7 centimeters accurately, this line should come for free. Now what we can't do is stick our ruler on and draw the 7 centimeter line because we don't know which direction to point it in. We're going to have to do this 72 degrees first. So first thing we need to do is get our angle measurer and draw 72 degrees. Now the question is, where do you put the angle measurer? Well, what I could do is put it on this end and draw 72 degrees, but that wouldn't be right because that would give me an angle of 72 degrees from the right hand corner of the triangle. And on our picture, the 72 degrees on the left hand corner. So I will need to put my angle measurer at the center of my angle measurer on the left hand corner. So the center's got to go there. Your zero must also point along the line. So there's 0 pointing along the line. Now we've got to measure 72. Now the question is, do we start at this end and go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 72, which would be about there? Or do we start at this end and go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 on the inside of an angle measurer? So we could go round to 72 on the outside, or we could go round to 72 on the inside. Now this is where common sense kicks in. We've already got this line across the bottom, so we're measuring from that line. Now this 0 isn't on the line, but this 0 is, so we need to use the 0 on the inside of the angle measurer. So we're going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 72. So it's about there. That's level with 72 on the inside. Okay, so now we can move the angle measurer out of the way, and we need to join up the end of the line to the 72. So get your ruler on there, join it up, and it needs to be 7 centimeters. Now as you can see, the mark that I've made only goes to 5 centimeters. So what we'll need to do is make our ruler, extend our ruler and extend the mark to 7 centimeters. So there it is, to 7 centimeters. Take the line away and just check, 7 centimeters. Now you can move your ruler out of the way. So what do we know so far? Well, we know that that angle is 72, which we've drawn, 72 degrees. And we know that that line is now 7 centimeters. Now that we've extended it beyond the mark using the ruler, it's exactly 7 centimeters. And as we said earlier, the final line we should get for free. So we're going to have to rotate the ruler round. Not quite. There we go. It's a little bit fiddly using the computer. And again, it's not quite long enough, so we're just going to make that a little bit longer. And the final line we get for free. So all we need to do now is draw the final line in, and that should be your finished picture. So the 10 centimeters is across the bottom, that's sorted. The 72 degrees is sorted. and the 7 centimetre line is sorted. And the final line we've got for free.